Berlin. I'm a PGA Class A member at Tacoma Country and Golf Club. One of the privileges I have in my job is to teach members of all abilities and all ages. I love to teach. I enjoy watching my students learn the game of a lifetime. One thing that I teach my students is that this game cannot be perfected. The person who wins any event, whether it be a junior event, a club championship, or a PGA Tour event, is the one who manages their misses the best. When we stand on a tee box at any golf course, we can see the trouble, whether it be trees, a bunker, water hazard, out of bounds, or even the weather. We have to learn how to choose where we want to hit the ball, and if we do happen to hit it errantly, how to get out of trouble. My goal in this lesson is to teach you how to get out of trouble. One of my favorite trouble shots is a plug lie in the bunker. This can happen in any bunker on the golf course. There's a couple of differences between this bunker shot and a traditional bunker shot. A traditional bunker shot, generally you can go with the flag. With this shot, you may not have the opportunity to aim at the flag. Another major difference with this shot is how you set up the club face. In the traditional bunker shot, the club face is open and you take a pretty aggressive swing at the golf ball. With this shot, one of the main things is to get up on the hill. You need to make sure that you get your balance on the hill so that you can make an aggressive swing at the golf ball. The second thing that's mainly different is that the club face is closed. The toe of the club face is on top of the ball. The third major difference is that your hands are very loose on the golf club. You want loose grip pressure so that the club will twist in your hands and pop this golf ball up out of the bunker. The other thing that I teach with any shot in the bunker is to make sure that you make an extremely aggressive swing. So it's barely on the green. Although I got this shot out and on the green, this shot does require a little bit of practice to get the feel of the shot. One thing that I want you to always remember about the bunker is to be aggressive. The best thing you can do is make the biggest swing possible and have the ball go nowhere. Good luck out of the bunker. My second favorite trouble shot is hitting out from the trees. I tend to fade the ball, so I'm always in the trees on the right. When it comes to hitting a shot out of the trees, you have a couple of options. One, if you can see the green through there, I have quite a few trees to go through. I can try to thread the needle with a 5-iron, hitting a low shot, and try to get it as close to the green as possible. This shot might be accomplished once out of 10 times, and my rule of thumb is if I can accomplish the shot 7 out of 10 times, then I can try it. The way I would hit this shot, I have a 5-iron in my hand. I'm going to play the ball very far back in my stance so that I will keep the ball low and keep it down from underneath the limb. And I'm also going to open my stance a little bit. This will allow me to take an outside-in swing path and keep the ball rather low and get it to run up onto the green. I will take a few practice swings to get the feel of the shot, to get the feel of what I want to do, and to see how low I can try to keep it. And then I'm going to try and make sure that I can keep it left of that big tree and run it up onto the fringe of the green. Didn't quite stay left of the tree, but it is up there by the bunker, and I have the opportunity to get it up and down. Again, it is a very risk-reward shot, and if I can't accomplish it 7 out of 10 times, I'm not going to try it. My other option is to pitch it back out into the fairway. I have about a 40-yard pitch shot that's going to leave me a wide-open shot into the green. With this shot, I don't have to be so careful about keeping the ball low. I can just worry about getting the ball out into the middle of the fairway. A traditional pitch shot is just like a normal golf swing. I'm going to set up with the ball in the middle of my stance and make a mini swing. I'm lucky that this whole dog leg's right. Now that I'm on the left side of the fairway, I have an open shot into the green. One of my other favorite shots is trying to hit a ball out of a hazard. Obviously, I hit this shot a little crooked. I am in a red marked hazard, and I have quite a few options that I could use. Being that it is red and I am on the opposite side of the hazard, I could take a drop out here and hit a nice little shot onto the green. Or I could obviously replay it and use all of my options. I would like to try an attempted shot and see if I can get it onto the green. Obviously, with where the pin is located, it's kind of on the far right side of the green. I'm going to try to aim more for the middle of the green and also the shorter side of the pond. This shot can be executed by hitting it like a bunker shot. In doing so, I'm going to have the ball slightly ahead of forward in my stance. Obviously, make note of the fact that I put my rain pants on in case I get a little wet. I'm going to put the ball a little bit forward in my stance. My feet will be a little bit open, and I'm going to lay the club face open to make sure that I'm going to catch the ball and get it up in the air to go over the rock. I'm going to make a nice, big, aggressive swing and hope that the ball gets on the green. The other thing, I can't ground my club, and I also can't take a practice. I made it! Got a little wet, but it's a successful shot. To wrap up this lesson, we've talked about 3 difficult trouble shots. The first one was a plugged shot in the bunker. The second was hitting it out from the trees. And the third was hitting from a water hazard. All of these shots require a little bit of confidence and some practice. One thing that I request from all of my students is that you have the belief that you can hit the shot 7 out of 10 times. With a little bit of practice, you will gain that confidence. I also want my students to have fun learning the game of a lifetime and to really enjoy themselves on the golf course. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Here's my quick web tip for how to get out of the bunker. One thing that I teach all of my students is that the ball sits on George Washington's head of a dollar bill. You can pretend it's Ben Franklin if you want, but all I have is George Washington. A couple things that I stress about getting out of the bunker. One is that the ball should be in the middle of your stance, and you need to make sure that you get in here and feel the bunker with your feet. When you walk in the bunker, you'll know how much sand is in there, and you also know how aggressive you need to be to get out of the bunker. The second thing that I teach is that you're going to keep a relatively quiet lower body. In other words, when you take this club back, your arms make the motion back, which creates a very steep angle of attack. The second thing that I teach about the bunker is that everything is going to drive through the ball in order to get the sand to blow the ball out of the bunker. One of the most important things in the bunker is to have no fear and to be totally aggressive coming out of the bunker. I only want to take $1 bill. I don't want to take a whole stack. Otherwise, I might leave the ball in the bunker. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get relatively comfortable. Being that the pin is in the middle of the green, I'm going to open my club face just a little bit, and then I'm going to make my nice army backswing and drive through with my body. Took the $1 bill,